It's Susie from HeyGrillHey.com, and today we're making one of the most delectably delicious bites anywhere in the barbecue world. I'm talking about maple bourbon pork belly burn ends. So juicy, so delicious, so sweet, absolutely perfectly smoky. You guys are gonna love these ones, and it's only 4 ingredients. Let's do it. All right, let's start with our pork belly. I've got 5 pounds of skin off pork belly right in front of me. I grabbed this at Costco. That's usually my best source for pork bellies when I'm buying them because they just have so much. I can use half of it to make bacon and the other half to make pork belly burnt ends. We're doing half of the slab pork belly burnt ends style today. Now, you can yell at me that pork belly is not burnt ends, that burnt ends only come from brisket, and that's totally fine, but I think we can all agree that it has been generally accepted in the barbecue world to call things that are small, singular, bite-sized shape, smoked and saucy as burnt ends. And that's something I'm willing to be wrong about, especially when they taste so good. Also, I make hot dog burnt ends, so I can't really talk. It is what it is. All right, this pork belly has already been sliced into about 1.5 inch thick pieces. This way, I'm gonna take my knife and slice them the opposite way so that we have these nice little pork pillow shaped cubes. Next step is to season our beautiful cubes. I like to help my seasoning stick a little bit with just a kind of slather. You can slather with mustard. A lot of times that's what I'll do for ribs or brisket, but to make my life easier today, I'm gonna be using spray avocado oil. It helps the seasoning adhere to the pork belly. It also helps me develop a nice crispy, crunchy crust during the smoking process. And just look at the coverage. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Now we simply season on all sides with your favorite barbecue seasoning. Of course, I'm using sweet rub because it's the best. Okay, so for real sweet rub, you can buy a bottle in my store, HeyGrillHey.com, or I have a recipe on my website if you want to make it yourself, because I just like being flexible. Now, pork belly burnt ends have been around for years. I'm not claiming to reinvent the wheel here. The first time I ever really saw them was from my friends Sean and Mary over at Vindulge. They have an amazing version of pork belly burnt ends on their website also. This is kind of a lazy girl's version of pork belly burnt ends, but they turn out really, really good. All right, super happy with the coverage on these. Now it's time to get them onto the smoker. My favorite way to prep these for the smoker is by using these flat, they're cookie cooling racks. Cookie coolie racks. That's the technical term. You might just know them as cooling racks. But this gives you the ability to move a lot of small things around your smoker without having to individually place them. You can take them off really easily. I believe this is probably one of my most used barbecue items that actually was not designed for the barbecue at all. All right, Todd, cue the time lapse.
Okay.
All right, I almost got them all in there. I got one bonus guy. He gets to cook on the grates. Now you want to position these so that you have enough space around that the air and the smoke can get there. Don't worry too much if they're tight. They will shrink a bit during the cooking process. These are going on our smoker at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. You can use your favorite wood here. Because we're gonna be saucing with my maple bourbon sauce, I think maple wood would be an amazing option. Look, whole tray. I'm gonna put this on the middle row. These guys are gonna smoke, like I said, 250 degrees for, I would say, the next 3 to 4 hours. We're looking for a target temperature of about 160 to 175 degrees Fahrenheit, but we also want some really nice color development on the outside so we know the smoke has started to penetrate before we're ready for our next step. A lot of people pull pork belly burn ends off a little bit higher temperature, like 195. I like to pull mine off a little bit sooner, towards that 165, 175. I want more of that fat to render, and I think that happens during that braising process. So it gives me a better finished bite with more rendered fat than if I were to leave them on a little bit longer, just as is. They look so pretty. Now these juicy little nuggets are gonna go into a pan. I'm using a cast iron skillet. You can use a disposable aluminum pan as well. And we're gonna top them with my maple bourbon barbecue sauce. Again, you can buy a bottle in my store, or you can make it yourself. But if you want it super simple and easy, like I said, the 4-ingredient version of this is just pork belly, sweet rub, maple bourbon sauce, and butter. If you're making it yourself, it's obviously gonna be a few more ingredients and steps, but it's so delicious. So these guys just plop right in here. They're just so jiggly in the pan, and it makes me so happy. Now, pork belly has a lot of fat, so you technically don't need more, but I like the flavor of the butter with the pork. And I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything. So I'm gonna put about 4 tablespoons of butter, just cut into pieces and sprinkled throughout the pork belly. Now, drizzle with your maple bourbon glaze. This guy is sweet. It's got mapley flavor. It's got bourbony flavor. It has all of the great components of a sweet and savory sauce, but it's a little bit thinner than a traditional barbecue sauce. That's why it's called a barbecue glaze, because it's meant for basting on at the last few minutes and tightening and cooking with your meat. So we'll probably use about a half a cup of sauce, just evenly distributed over our pork belly. Well, that already smells amazing, and it looks amazing. You can see it starting to coat our individual little pieces of pork belly. I'm gonna just give them a quick toss so that the sauce is on all sides. We're gonna cover it and get it back on the smoker to finish cooking. These are all nestled in snug. I already wanna eat them, but they're not done yet, so I can't. We wanna cook these to an internal temperature of about 200 degrees. Now this is just like a goal number, but they can be finished anywhere between 195 and like 205. You're looking for a texture thing. You want your probe of your thermometer to slide into them like they're sliding into beautifully rendered fat. Soft butter, warm peanut butter, if you will. It's a really ooey gooey, delectable texture that we're shooting for, and I think it'll probably take an additional 1 to 2 hours. It took about 90 minutes, but our pork belly burn ends are up to our perfect target temperature. Right between 198-ish and 203 is kind of where I found that sweet spot for the texture I was looking for, which means they're ready to come off the smoker. Look at them, just look at them. I'm really gonna need science to get on this smell-o-vision technology that somehow is not here yet. I'm gonna toss each of these in the sauce just so they're fully coated. Now you can serve these right out of your pan, which is really nice, especially if you have to travel. These will hold and stay warm for a couple of hours in this pan. You can even wrap them in a little bit of a towel and they will hold for quite a while, which makes them great for a party or a game day tailgate snack or whatever. I am a little bit of a lush and I want to eat them sooner. So I'm gonna pull these out to my serving board so that they'll start to cool down, they'll start to tighten up a little bit, and I might put some more sauce on there because I like it. So here's the deal. There's a bird in our tree. It's really excited about these, apparently. Look at them. They're sticky and beautiful. Also tender and melt in your mouth. They're the perfect amount of fatty. Like, imagine the juiciest boneless rib that you could have. The flavor profile is really similar to a smoked rib, but so juicy, so juicy. And the flavor from the sweet rub and the maple bourbon. This is 4 ingredients. 4 ingredients. Maybe one of the best bites of barbecue you would ever have. I know you guys are gonna wanna try this one. Make sure you check out the recipe on HeyGrillHey.com or the Hey Grill Hey app. Everything on there is designed to help you make better barbecue so you can feed the people you love and become a backyard barbecue hero. And if you're ready to take things to the next level, or you need a little barbecue family to cheer you on and some extra support from Todd and I, please check out thegrillsquad.com. It's our online membership platform and barbecue community, and we would love to have you in our squad. I think it's time to let Todd eat some pork belly because he's behind the camera, maybe drooling just a little bit. Come on, you can have some now.
Thank you.
I did everything on my list.
I have no patience. These are my favorite things.